Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on The Flash Season 4. So Comic-Con, that being San Diego Comic-Con, starts officially in the next day or so from when this video should be going live. Now there is obviously going to be a ridiculous amount of stuff going down, including loads of panels with the cast and crews of those particular projects, as well as a ridiculous amount of trailers dropping as well. Most of which we should hopefully see hit the internet for our viewing pleasure, but some may be kept as like a present for the ones in the respective halls that certain panels are on. And yes, I am looking at you, Marvel. Can you please release that Infinity War teaser? Because, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it. But what I want to go over in today's video is just letting everyone know when things are happening for certain shows throughout the time of Comic-Con this year, as well as what you can do to keep up with everything and make sure you are, in the loop, I guess, with everything that drops, whether that be certain information they reveal or where you can watch trailers as soon as they drop online, because I do know a lot of you would want to know that. Now, I will mainly be going over The Flash in this video and the different things around its panel and its trailer and everything around that. But I will also be going over Black Lightning and Supergirl as well towards the end of the video. It's just not as in-depth as I would with the Flash, because I just feel like the Flash needs that and Black Lightning and Supergirl don't. But I will be quickly going over them, as I said before. And I will be going in-depth with Arrow in most likely tomorrow's video, and I will include Legends of Tomorrow as well in that video also. But as I said, Comic-Con starts in the next day or so from when this video will go up, but a lot of the stuff we are going to go over isn't on until a few days later on the Saturday. So there is a big break, I guess, between the beginning of Comic-Con and when all this DC TV stuff finally hits the internet. Now, I will put up a few time zones when referencing when certain things are on, just to make things a bit easier for hopefully the majority of you guys watching. The first panel we will be previewing is, of course, The Flash. The Flash Season 4 panel will begin at 5:10 PM and run until around 5:50 PM local time or San Diego time on the Saturday. Now, if you live in the east of Australia like me, this panel is on from 10 past 10 in the morning to around 10 to 11. And that's on actually Sunday. So Sunday morning, 10 past 10 to around 10 to 11. So do remember that, Sunday morning. Just because it's on Saturday in America doesn't mean it's Saturday our time. It's Sunday morning for us. It's a good time, like Sunday morning, 10 o'clock. I think that's actually a perfect time for it. And if you are in England, this panel will run from 10 past 1 in the morning to 1:50 or 10 to 2 on the Sunday morning. So yeah, it's still Sunday morning for England, similar to Australia. It's just you're 9 hours earlier. So if you're in England, and I guess most of Europe, you'll be either having a very late night, staying up to, watch whatever is done on the panel as soon as possible, or you'll be having quite the early wake up. So I guess you're gonna have to decide if you want to be, in the loop and present for everything that's happening. They did reveal who from the cast would be at this panel for The Flash. These are Grant Gustin, who plays Barry Allen, Jesse L. Martin, who plays Joe West, Tom Cavanagh, who plays all the different versions of Harrison Wells, Candice Patton, who plays Iris West, Danielle Panabaker, who plays Caitlin Snow or Killer Frost or whatever she's going to be in Season 4, Carlos Valdez, who plays Cisco, and Keenan Lonsdale, who plays Wally West, aka Kid Flash. And also the showrunners will be there as well, because I think if the showrunners weren't there, the cast might accidentally let slip some spoilers. So the showrunners have to be there just to sort of keep them under control. I have seen a lot of people wondering about Tom Felton, who plays Julian Albert, because he doesn't seem to be in episode 1. Like when they were filming that, he was posting stuff on Instagram from him in England. So you would think he's in England. And I do feel that his role might be a bit smaller than what it was last season, as that could, explain his absence. However, he could be on the panel, and it could just be late notice, who knows. They do say that guests are subject to change, but that's just because if like someone gets sick, or they might get injured, or there might be like a family emergency or someplace they need to be. They might not be able to make it to the panel, so they'll get someone to replace them. I think that might have happened last year when Tom Felton was at Comic-Con. I think someone else had to go and couldn't make it, so that could be why. And this is like the little preview thing that they attached to the panel information for The Flash Season 4. Running up against an evil Time Remnant version of yourself is something no one should ever have to do, but that's exactly what faced Barry Allen, aka The Flash, as he fought to save the life of fiancée Iris West from the god of speed known as Savitar. Barry's victory was short-lived, however, as an unbalanced speed force began to wreak havoc on Central City. forcing Barry to sacrifice himself for the greater good. With the fastest man alive now trapped inside an extra-dimensional energy and unknown dangers lurking in the shadows, it will be up to Team Flash to free Barry from his own personal hell. In regards to what I expect from the panel, I do expect them to probably officially announce Clifford DeVoe or the Thinker as the villain for Season 4, and possibly also announce a new character, that maybe being a new hero. Obviously, that elongated man casting call leaked a few days ago, so that could be the announcement that they do in fact make. If I do remember back correctly, when they were at Comic-Con for Season 2, that's when they actually announced that Jake Garrick would be on the show. So they could do something similar with the elongated man. But they might not actually reveal who is playing these characters, as they might want to keep that a secret for now, or they, maybe haven't actually casted the people in these roles yet. Then obviously there will be a Q&A session or a question and answer session during the panel where I pray to God we get some, good questions and some more good questions than silly ones. Usually at these panels you do get more stupid questions than good ones, so let's just hope we get a change for once. If you are going to Comic-Con and have the chance to ask a question, please, think it through and make it a good one, because sometimes you just get silly questions that really no one else wants answered apart from you. In regards to the actual trailer for The Flash Season 4, we should get something very similar to the trailer for Season 3, where there is like a small section at the beginning which, shows where we left off at the end of the previous season, which then shows like how we lead into the start of the new season. So expect maybe a 1 minute 30, like a minute and a half, or like a 1 minute 40 trailer with, about just over a minute of new footage, which should all be from episode 1 most likely. They could possibly have something from episode 2, but seeing the amount of special effects and just CGI, I guess, that the Flash uses, it will most likely have to be just restricted to content from episode 1. Also, they probably don't want to spoil much if you think about it. I would be surprised if we actually saw the Thinker at any point in the trailer, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was reference to him in the trailer by either a villain, someone on Team Flash, or just maybe a media person on the show. There could be a news report saying, oh, this guy called DeVoe, or something like that. The last thing to talk about in regards to the trailer is, of course, will Barry make an appearance? And my answer to that is maybe. I'd say it's, probably 50-50 chance of happening. But I think if we were to see him, it would most likely be in the Speed Force and what he is, dealing with in there. I don't think they'd actually show him out of the Speed Force, just because it would be giving away that he gets out of there, even though I'm pretty sure most of us know that he'll get out by either the end of episode 1 or at some point in episode 2. But just let me know what you are expecting from the trailer in the comment section down below. Now let's quickly go over 2 other DC TV properties that will have a presence at San Diego Comic-Con this year, and they are obviously, as I mentioned before, Black Lightning and Supergirl. Black Lightning will actually be involved over 2 different panels, which is a bit different than what we usually see, but seeing this is a brand new show, I guess it isn't that surprising. Black Lightning will feature first on the first night of Comic-Con, so Wednesday night, and they will be involved in a preview night thing held by Warner Brothers Television that goes from, I think it's 6 PM till 10 PM, and this thing also includes Krypton as well as I think 2 or 3 other shows. Now this could be a viewing of the pilot for Black Lightning as well as Krypton, or it could just be a more in-depth look at the show, maybe the first 10 to 20 minutes of the pilot, or just a massively extended, trailer, or a behind the scenes thing, who knows. But they must be showing something pretty decent, because the proper official Black Lightning panel, similar to the Flash and Arrow and all of that, only goes for 20 minutes. It is the panel right before the Flash, and I think it's in between Legends, so it does look like they will just be doing a quick Q&A session and just presenting the cast. That's just how it looks. It looks pretty simple, so I guess it's going to be similar to what everyone else does, just without any sort of video presentation. Supergirl's panel will run from 3:30 PM to 4:10 PM on this Saturday as well. I will put up on the screen now, the time zones and stuff like that. They should definitely have a trailer for this season, and I am expecting to get a glimpse at the new villain for the season, which is Rain. They did confirm that maybe a month and a half ago or something. I would be surprised if we did see Mon-El in the trailer and where he went, but I guess they could surprise us, you never know. And that panel will just play out similar to the Flash one, with some information dropped, with a Q&A, question and answer thing to follow. In regards to how you can keep up to this and watch the panels and stuff like that, unfortunately, they don't live stream the panels. That's not a thing for these big panels, the TV shows and the movies and stuff like that. Some smaller stuff where it's website people and journalists that have panels, they live stream those, but these ones aren't live streamed, or at least I don't think they are, because in previous years they haven't. It'll be a bit of a change if they were this year. But generally, like maybe a day or two after the panels, people do upload them because people record in the panels. So you will get a chance to actually watch them. You just won't be able to live stream them. But if you do want to keep up to date with the panels basically in a form of a live stream, if that makes sense, go to Twitter and just find someone that's in the panel, and it should be pretty easy to find. I'll most likely retweet some accounts when the panels are on, and they'll be live tweeting, maybe even taking some video and uploading it through their phone throughout the panel, and they'll be updating whatever new things are revealed. And in regards to the trailers, they generally drop the same time that they're shown during the panels. That's generally how they do it. I think Flash was released the earliest out of the trailers in regards to when it was shown on the panel. I think maybe Legends was the latest. I think Legends took a while to go up, but Flash and Arrow should generally be up pretty quick. But once again, I'll retweet that video, that trailer, as soon as it goes up. So if you don't want to like stay up to date with it all, I would recommend following me on Twitter, because I think if you're a bit confused on where to find everything, that'd be the best place, because I will retweet everything that's needed to keep up to date with all these panels when they're going down. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could leave a like. Let me know in the comments section down below, what do you think of all of this? What do you think is going to happen in the certain different trailers? If you do have any other questions about Comic-Con, you're a bit confused about certain things, do leave them downstairs in the comments section down below, and I'll be sure to try and answer them. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys, and goodbye.